Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Masio Gunz in the building. What's up, my brother?
Goody, my boy.
Welcome to the show, man.
What's goody, bro?
How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man.
Come on, man. You got to give me more energy than that. You came in with a whole lot of energy. It's one of your first interviews. Shout out my boy, Intro Kev at St. John's.
I'm here, man. I'm glad to be here, bro.
Revolver Series out now.
In fact, I got a whole lot of work coming in. I ain't gonna lie, I just been locked in for me, just straight in the stool, working.
Word.
For me.
Since I ain't seen a lot of interviews from you, I want to really kind of give, the people who are watching this, the people who watch your videos, the people who are fans of you, that history of how you got started. So tell me, where you from in New York, how you first got started making music?
I'm from East New York. I lived in East New York my whole life. For me, I've been doing music since I was probably 13, 14, you feel me? And I was just on some regular hood shit, regular kid shit, you feel me? Growing up, going to school. After school, link up with the homies, you on the block chilling and shit like that. And then I was just on some shit for me, I want to take the rap shit serious because I was doing beats at first. For me, I started doing beats. Oh, you were producing a little bit at first? Yeah, facts. That's how I really, people really know me for music because I was doing the beats and shit. And then after a while, I'm doing the beats, I'm like, nigga, I can hear myself on this shit or I know what I'm going to say on that shit. So it's I started writing rhymes to the shit. And then I started taking it more serious. My bro right there for me, Bruzy. What session we went to? That shit was at Explode. For me, everybody know that studio if you from Brooklyn. For me, everybody been to Explode. But we went to Explode. I recorded my first song. And I played it for the homies in the hood and shit like that. And they was jacking it for me. And then from there, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna really take this shit serious. And I started dropping shit on SoundCloud, doing shit like that. You feel me? And then probably a year after that, I started getting more older. So I'm like, yeah, I started finding my sound and shit like that. And that's when the drill shit started getting lit. Then I dropped the Zuvi shit. Zuvi, that shit went crazy, for me. And then after that, shit was just up for me.
So you really a double threat with it, because you be producing and you be rapping.
Yeah, I produce on the here and there type, Right,
not vibe, everything you put out you produce, but you have produced some of your own records before. That's fire though, because there's not a lot of artists. I'm sure you save a lot of money that way too sometimes.
Hell yeah, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I recorded my crib too.
Okay, so you got a home setup too.
Yeah, I got the home setup. I got the beat shit. Everything you really need to do what you gotta do, I got it for me. So that's how I be vibing in the crib for me, just straight making music and shit.
My man knows how to save some fucking bread. That's what I'm hearing.
That shit be helpful, cause I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I just started doing it on some just out of nowhere shit. So when you first start, you don't really got the bread for studio time or
word.
Now that for me niggas was extra struggling and shit like that, but for me niggas is not really on it like that. So it's you're not really trying to pay for studio time, or you don't even really know what studio to go to. So having that shit just around and you being able to do it, that shit take mad weight off your shoulders. You just for me, I could just vibe out, do what I do, and then however it sounds gonna sound, and that should be more natural that way because you could be creative and shit.
And on top of that, you don't have to worry about having a big ass gang of people with you in the studio. You probably have people at your crib with you, but you ain't, you don't have some of the distractions that could be in in a studio space that you paid for.
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be in the studio, my mans can tell you, I only be on 3 niggas in the studio with me, cause sometimes you could have a vibe where it's alright, but I'm on a party vibe. For me, I wanna have everybody in the studio. Then that's when you make some extra heat. And sometimes you really want to lock in and just know what you're going to say and just get your craft right, you feel me?
Right.
You can't do that around mad people. Sometimes you just got to be dolly with it, you feel me?
Right. You smart.
Yeah.
Not a lot of artists understand everything you just said and the perks of having that home setup and even moving around with a small crew of people at the studio and shit like that.
Cause I be trying to tell people I do music, even if it wasn't on some trying to get on shit or on some main level shit. I do music because I really like to do it. For me, that's a hobby that I could really I'm going through some fuck shit. Be fuck it, I'm about to make a song. For me, that shit really get me through whatever I'm going through. So
word,
just being at the shit that come with it is so good. It's just that shit a plus for me. But I gotta really understand this shit too while I'm doing it. It's not sometimes you get confused. It's I bet I make music because I like making music, but then it's a whole nother side to the shit that you don't even know. You feel me? So it's you thinking you just making music. You're not even really making music the right way. So you gotta understand both sides of the table. You feel me?
No, word, that's smart. So how did you first how did you first catch the eye of Hitmaka? Because my guy Borleone told me about that. Y'all got a little connection.
That's my boy right there. I ain't gonna front. I had met Hitmaka. I had just signed my deal with Def Jam, and we was in the Towns or whatever. I stayed out there for a little bit. I was recording some music, and then I had got a call, and my manager was like, Vacaron. He was telling me,
Vak.
yeah, he was telling me to pull up to Miami and shit. So I'm like, I bet like around that time, there's mad shit going on, the pandemic or whatever the case may be. So he was like, yo, go out there so you could really like focus up. So I'm like, I bet cool. So we end up going out there. I ain't gonna lie, shit was lit. I ain't gonna front. Like for me, young nigga, I'm 20 years old, I just signed a deal. Mind you, it's in the middle of the pandemic, so it's like whole world shut down. You feel me? And I'm just fresh out the trenches. You feel me? I'm lit. So it's like, man, I'm trying to enjoy life. Like I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm doing mad shit. In the midst of me doing that, I end up getting a call. My son Bizzy, you feel me? He really had the session with Hitmaka.
Okay.
You feel me? So we were supposed to go to the studio, and he was supposed to record a track with him. So I'm like, I bet we out. End up going to the studio, meeting up with him, whatever the case may be. Bizzy does the song. So you know how that shit be like when you in the studio with people, it just be like, oh, if you rap or whatever the case may be. He like, yo, you rap? I'm like, yeah, like I do my thing, whatever the case may be. He like, yo, let me hear some. End up playing him some shit. He like, nah, that shit hard. I think I got some shit for you. So I'm like, I bet, like, for me, like, son, Hitmaka in the stool for me. I'm like, I bet. Nigga Bizzy like, yo, do your thing. Nigga throws on the beat. Me and Bizzy cook it. You wanna know the crazy thing about it? I end up dropping it. I dropped it.
That's the song with you and Bizzy?
Yeah, not the first one, the second one.
Oh, the second one, okay.
DJ Drewski.
Got it.
We ended up making that song that night, and shit came out fire. Then from there, he ended up making calls and was like, yo, I fuck with that young nigga that you brought to the studio. Like, he woke, and I guess he just seen my style, like, or whatever he seen in me, I don't know, for me, but he's fucking with me. So he's like, I'm down to do the project. And then from there, we just set it up, and then we had a whole album on the way.
That's it. And it's on the way.
Yeah, it's on the way.
Because obviously the Revolver Series, that wasn't him.
Yeah, I really threw out the Revolver Series because I wanted to let people know, like, I could still rap, like, because I got two different styles. I feel like I got two different styles. It's like,
you got the melodic type of drill, and then you got like the
you feel me? Like, it's like
talking shit.
Two styles. I call one is 380 and one is Macy Baby. You feel me?
Macy Baby. What's the other one?
Name 380 Baby.
380 Baby.
Yeah,
got you. Yeah.
So it's two different sides, so you know who you listening to. For me, it's not the same person.
I like
you know
that.
What I'm saying? So just to add a little space to it, but that's how I be trying to go with that shit. And I really just dropped that shit so niggas could like know that like that for me, I really know how to rap. I'm not just like a singer. Like I got talent all around the board. You know how like a basketball player, he really a threat if you know how to shoot and go to the rack. You feel me? Or if you got a crossover. If you could do everything, like you really a threat. And that's why I be wanting people to really understand about my music. Like I'm not just a one lane artist. Like I could really do everything.
Word. I see that for sure. So wait, I want to go back to the project. So you and Hitmaka got a full project coming on the way.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's real crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's some of the best music. Besides the music I'm making right now, that's some of the best music I got in the cut. And I ain't gonna front. Like features is crazy.
Oh, so you got some good features on there as well.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to.
You give me one. Give me one.
Which one you want me to give you though?
Just get to pick, bro. Look, Tusi came on here and he gave me one feature for his project, and it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like you could just give me the one and we could go off that.
I'm trying to think. Was a good one. I ain't gonna front. It's a crazy one, but I got my son YK on there.
Okay, YK.
YK on there. Shout out to YK for me. And it's like two more. It's like 2-3 more for me, but spicy though. Like
spicy features.
Spicy. Over it, you see my son YK wildin'. Me in the bridge with Drake, you feel me? Showing the church's love, you feel me? But
so it's beyond New York too, you know what I'm saying? Like you getting to work with artists outside of the city.
Yeah, feel me? Like, cause you know like how the town is. It's mad mixy in the town. For me,
mad mixy.
Mad shit going on for me, and I don't really be trying to get into that. I really got a goal. Like I'm trying to stay focused. So I don't got time to be really mixed up in all the extra shenanigans. You feel me? I'd rather focus up and really get to where I gotta go.
And that project don't got a name yet, right?
Yeah, it had a name, but I'm thinking about switching it.
Okay, so it'll come sometime in 2022.
It's going to pull up for me. I'm going to come up with something fire. Because the music is just going to really give me the name for it.
So it's not completely done yet, but it's almost there.
Yeah, because it's still in the works. Like, I say it's basically done, though, but it's not out yet. You feel me? So now that it's not being out, it's not really done until it's out.
Word.
So I still might add little touches to it here and there, whatever it case, maybe whatever I come with.
So Hitmaka's really handling like the production side of the beats and
Yeah, I ain't going front. He handled like, son, he's crazy. He's a beast. Like he's like really like the Bill Belichick of making
the Bill
songs.
Belichick of making
I swear,
songs.
bro. Like
I believe it.
It's like cause when you in the studio with somebody that really know how to, like they understand the music. Like I'll be in there rapping. I'll freestyle my music. You feel me? So when I'm in there, it's just like I'll be freestyling my shit, and then I'll be putting like certain sections of the song, like the hook here, the verse here. And he'll really be able to tell me like, nah, you should put this here, you should switch this around, whatever case may be. And I never looked at music like that. I'm just like, all right, once you do it, it's that. And he really taught me how to like the structure songs and shit like that. And that really made my music better. So yeah, that shit is crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he's a beast with that shit.
That's fire. Shout out to Hitmaka.
Word. Shout out to Hitmaka. Word.
So the Revolver Series.
So
the Revolver Series was kind of like, one, you showing off the different sides of you, and then two, it was just you put it out to kind of hold the people over until
yeah,
this next
just
project.
for me, just let them know I'm still working, I'm still here. Like I ain't going nowhere. I'm just trying to get shit situated.
Word. When did you first meet Bizzy? Because I know you brought up being in Florida with Bizzy.
Bizzy, my boy, Skiz, my boy. Like we been down since fucking middle school.
Really?
Gangsta, like niggas don't know.
I didn't know that.
My boy had dreads and all, like man, shook. He was running around school.
Wait, Bizzy had dreads?
Telling you why. Nah,
They lie.
I ain't gonna lie. He gonna be like, nah, you heavy for this, but I ain't gonna front. My boy used to have dreads. If you know, you know though. But facts, that's my son. Like for me, since like school days and shit like that. So like once, crazy part about it is we both got signed at the same time. So when he got his deal and I got my deal, we just on some shit like, damn, bro. Like for me, we both on the same type of time. Like that's mad lit. For me, that everybody wanna be like that with their mans, like for me, like
Coming up with them.
Yeah, coming up with them. It's like for me, and then we ain't even coming up on some. It's like you doing your own thing, I'm doing my own thing, but at the end of the day, we still meeting each other at the top. That's mad fire for me. So, gangsta, from there, that's just how we started doing music and shit like that. But besides the music, like that's really my mans, like for me.
I love that, and I seen you. You linked up quite a few times with SB. Shawny Binladen.
Yeah, facts. I ain't gonna lie, we was lit in the Miami. Shout out my son SB. Shout out the Yellow Boys, man. They be wilding for me.
Yeah, shout out the Yellow.
I ain't gonna lie, they really started a lot of shit that's going on right now for me. They gotta give people they gotta give them their props. I ain't gonna front.
Yes, SB and Cash Cobain.
A lot of niggas be trying to steal source and shit like that for me, but you gotta pay homage. Word.
That's so. Did you meet him through like Vok and
Yeah,
Cultivating?
I ain't even going front, bro. I be in my hood, or I be like OT somewhere like Miami. Where it's lit at. Like, right. I don't really be in, like, certain places, so I don't really be in Queens like that. For me, like, I'm really a Brooklyn nigga, so when Vok brung him around to the, cause I met him in Miami. When he brung him out there, he's playing his music. He like, yo, bro, son, lit. I'm like, yo, I never heard of son, like, for me. But I'm listening to this, I'm like, yo, this shit is fire, though. Yeah, like, he's got some different shit, for me, so once I really met him and, like, seen his vibe and shit like that, I really, like, felt the music even more, cause, like, certain niggas be, like, capping and they rap and shit like that. Like for me, like something really drippy. He be talking this shit for me. Like I fuck with shit like that, gangster.
And he's like the most consistent out here. He be dropping shit like every week.
Every week for me, shit like that. Like he like being around certain people like that really like showed me the game. Like it's like I bet that's just how you gotta be on this music shit. Like you can't really play with this shit. Cause I fake be on some like I'll drop a song here and there, but I won't like I got mad music though. Like I got damn near over like 1,500 songs. Like no cap. Like my mans could tell you, like, go through my phone, straight music, but I don't be really know how to drop this shit because it be just so much material. So just being around niggas like that, that's dropping every week. It's like, I bet that's how you do it. Like, for me, niggas be showing me the game and shit like that.
Right. Shout out to SB.
Right, shout out to SB, shout out to Bizzy, shout out to the whole Cultivated for me. We out here going crazy. Word. 2022, we going up. Word.
So, okay, so what's next from you? So we got obviously more melodic drill. We got some more drill. We got the Hitmaka project. What can the people expect from you, you know, next? What's
coming up? It's just a whole lot of work, a whole lot of music, like quality music. Not chop, op, block, shot. Like, for me, I'm not just, you got to really listen to my music. I feel like a lot of people don't really listen to the music and because it's not really much to listen to. For me, I got substance in my music. So it's like I make songs based off of how I'm feeling. So it's like one day I may be feeling like, man, fuck this shit out. I may not want to do this shit, but I love doing music. So it's like I'm going to express that through my music. And it's like certain people that can understand that, they can relate to my music and shit. So I just want people to be on the lookout for that. Like for me, just tune into what he really saying. Because once you tune in, then you're really going to understand my music. And I'm coming with that heat. every time. So it's like, for me, just tune in. We got a whole lot of work on the way. I'm thinking about dropping like a little EP before. I probably like drop a little EP, and then I'm thinking about dropping like the third installment of my True Colors series, because True Colors really like mean a lot to me, because that's what I started making when I first started making music. True Colors 1 was my first ever mixtape. So like I like doing that to really take me back to my roots and shit like that. So
and to give back to like the fans who've been with you since like day one.
From the jump, for me. So I really want to start working on that, but that's gonna come soon. Though it's like Fake in the Cut, it's almost done, but I'm gonna drop that. But I'm gonna do a little EP before that, and then after that we're gonna get this album out, and then for me we're gonna go crazy on
the album with Hitmaka.
Yeah, facts.
Fire. Well, congratulations on everything. I'm excited for everything you got coming up. And you know, you killing it out here. Make sure y'all go stream Revolver Series. Before we get out,
stream that Revolver Series, man. Tweak With Us video out now. Touch Money, which one is this one?
That's
Tweak With Us right now. Revolver Series out now, man. Video, go run those up, man. We going crazy all 2022, man. We here.
Let them know where they can follow you at too before we sign off.
You can follow me at Masio Gunz on everything. MASIOGUNZ, you heard?
Boom. And remember, tomorrow the freestyle will be out, or it's out right now if you're watching this later on. Make sure you go check that. Make sure you go check that. Make sure you go run up Revolver Series out now. Go follow him. Until next time, Masio Gunz on the radar, baby. Boom.